So tell me a little bit about the journey in terms of Sony, because I think we've got people who are going to be watching this and are going to be wondering, well, I've got an app startup, how do I get to the point where I could do an app for a company like that? So how did you get in the door? What was that process like? How can you share some wisdom and knowledge?
Sure, that's a good question. Part of it is personal relationship. I've been in the business a long time,
Sure.
so I'm not going to lie to you. You're not going to knock on Sony's door and get in. So part of it definitely was a personal relationship. But that didn't get me far, because when I told the guy, I said, look, let me just get in and pitch, he's like, look, man, you got a 1 in a million shot.
Right.
And you have to have the positive attitude. You have to be like, hey, so you tell me I got a chance?
Yeah.
That's all. That's all I need. Just give me a chance.
Yeah.
And I mean, we went up against big ones, SAP, IBM,
right.
Salesforce. And this little digital pomegranate using LiveCode, which wasn't even an approved language by Sony. So not only we had to get through the door, we had to get LiveCode approved. We had to become an approved vendor, and most importantly, we had to get through their security team. So we did all those initial things, and then we got to the final. It was us against one other company, and the other company. Now, forget just price. Now, someone like Sony doesn't care about the price.
Yeah.
So don't think you can win on price, because they don't care. So it really came down, the fundamental was like, why should we trust you?
Right.
So I said, look, the other competitor is probably looking about at least 1.5 years to 2 years. So before you do anything else, you're going to need to write a prototype.
Right.
And if you really believe in yourself, okay, and you do, and we had other little projects that were funding it, you have to take a leap of faith in yourself. And so what we did was, everyone asked me, how did you really knock it? I looked at the guy in the eye, right here, and I said, if you don't like it, don't pay me.
Right. And that was more about getting confidence, as it were.
That's correct.
Yeah, okay.
In the end, and I said, look, and if you don't like it, you get a prototype, you're going to give it to your other guy. Because you got to prototype the UI, UX, you're going to make all this journey that we're going to take.
Right.
And you're no worse off.
Yeah.
But if it works, you're going to get a great dynamic product, and actually access to the back end to the LiveCode developers was a big deal. I mean, I went there and, not that I knew 100%, but I had promised, I said, if we have a problem, I'm telling you, these developers will be on the email chain with us.
Sure.
And sure enough, they were. Mark, Ali, they were all great.
Yeah.
Everyone handled, we always got answers within 48 hours. Everyone was fantastic.
No, that's brilliant.
And it made a difference.
Yeah.
And as I mentioned, we're actually looking to do 2 or 3 other apps within Sony organization.
That's brilliant. So the app's going really well then.
It's going really well. And so, matter of fact, the funny thing was, they wanted to do fingerprint, the security. And this was in version 2. And we gave them a price, because they also had squeezed me a little bit on price. But I upped this price up to be more professional grade. And they were like, well, let me get back to you. So I think they thought that they were going to go ahead and try to write their own little external or thing. Then they realized what a pain it is, right? And then all of a sudden they go back a couple of weeks later, like, well, maybe that's not such a bad idea. So they were able, we came back to us, and especially now with LiveCode Builder, we were able to build our own native security and fingerprint reading in LiveCode Builder, and we did it in about a week or 2.
Was the security quite a big challenge?
Huge challenge.
Yeah.
If you remember, the CEO of Sony America lost their job because they got hacked.
Yeah.
So they lost all their emails. So, I mean, they are CIA grade. We had to do this whole app, and we actually were not allowed to write to the app directory. We have no files.
Right.
It's all memory based. And then we use some, within the security, we use the iOS security.
Right.
So we hope we're actually going to wrap that up in an external widget and get that out to the community.